Oh, we're gonna have stuff coming out here, guys. I'm gonna move this over. There we go. Make sure you got your catch pan ready. Let's go ahead and let it open. Ooh, and it's black. It's nasty and black. It shouldn't be that color. Yikes. This hasn't been changed in quite some time. How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to the channel, and here we are again with Joel's Jeep. So our plans today are to change out the transfer case fluid and refresh that a little bit. My buddy Joel doesn't know the last time that he did that, or if he did it all, or who did it. We don't know. We'll just kind of figure that out as we go here. But no Riker today. He's actually down for a nap, and I'm just going to go ahead and take care of this myself. So some things you're going to need. This 10 millimeter Husky bit. I guess any 10 millimeter will work. Doesn't have to be Husky. But I bought this from Home Depot for like $2. So they also have a set for like 15 that's got like 2 to 10 or something like that. I just bought this one. I just need this one. So ironically, the only one I don't have. So, and we're going to go ahead and use this breaker bar. It's a 1/2-inch drive, extendo. So we're going to use that and hopefully break those nuts loose. I'm not sure the last time they've been removed. And we've got a adapter to 3/8 from 1/2-inch. So let's go ahead and hop under. All right, guys. So here we are at the transfer case. To find this, just go from the driver's side door, come down to this cross member here that supports the transmission, and come straight back, and here's your transfer case. It's this weird oblong looking thing. But this is what gives you 4-wheel drive, and without it, well, you'd have a 2-wheel drive vehicle, of course. So here's the breaker bar I have, and the adapter with the bit. Hopefully this works out, but always remove your fill plug first, because that way if you drain it and you take this off first and you can't get this out, the fill plug, then you're kind of at a loss, for lack of a better term. So I would definitely remove this first, then this, and from the marks I see here, hopefully you guys can see that, someone used the incorrect size socket here. So there's some dings and stuff inside that socket. So let's give this a shot. Let's see, let's make sure it gets nice and bottomed like this, out. And we're just gonna give it a nice little twist. Oh, and it cracked open, guys. All right. It did have some force behind it though. So this is definitely not gonna come out easy. I don't know if this has actually ever been opened because it still has like a torque mark from someone's marker or paint. Not totally sure. But let's go ahead and keep loosening it. And it comes right out. Oh, we're gonna have stuff coming out here, guys. I'm gonna move this over. There we go. Make sure you got your catch pan ready. Let's go ahead and let it open. Ooh, and it's black. It's nasty and black. It shouldn't be that color. Yikes. This hasn't been changed in quite some time. And we're going to go ahead and click this back on. And now to get the drain plug out. And same thing, I'm pretty sure this hasn't been removed in a while. Not sure who has removed it before. But being how dark that fluid is, I don't think they have removed it in quite a while. I'll make sure this is all the way in. Let's go ahead and push this cardboard out of the way just slightly. We'll just give this a little nudge. Oh, and that came loose too. All right. Okay, so here we are. Let's go ahead and pull this out. We're going to bring the drain pan up because we don't want a kind of mess. Oh yeah, that's really, really bad fluid. Wow. You know, when I did the fluid on my other Jeep, it was dark, but this is darker. I think this has been sitting longer than that 95 I have. And no magnet on the back, so who knows how much metal is in here. Let's go ahead and set this to the side. Okay. Use this old nasty paper towel to get some of the oil off my fingers here. Wow, look at that, guys. Yeah, we'll definitely change that out. get that all cleaned up. Alright, so go ahead and just get like a nasty rag, shop towel, whatever you have around, and just kind of wipe these off, get them nice and clean. We'll probably put a little bit of brake clean on it to get the oil off. Let's go ahead and see if I can reach it. Come here. Alright. And just go ahead and give it a quick spray. Like so. Just give it a good wipe. Doesn't need to be perfect. Get all the grime off. Old oil, things like that. And we'll go ahead and get this all ready to go to be put back in. It maybe be able to see some of the stuff that came off, but it's pretty dirty. Go ahead and get the other one now. After you get wiped down, is you're going to want some of this thread sealant, high performance. It's basically like liquid Teflon tape that you put around like joints and things to stop leaks. It's very handy for working on cars. So I always have this tube around, but we're going to put some on one of these and then put everything back. Okay, so now you're going to want some of this Permatex. And we're going to have to find the top one, which is this plug here. And it's got little indents from someone using the incorrect size tool on the top fill plug. So we don't need that one. We want the bottom one first because we're going to put the Permatex on just that. The fill plug doesn't need it. So let's go ahead and pop this open. And squeeze out a little dab here. We don't need a ton. Just a nice little dab like that. And then we're just going to use our finger and just run it along the threads like this. Doesn't need to be perfect. A little excess here and there. Can you just wipe off and re-wipe? And when it turns around there, it'll actually smooth it out itself. And it'll work out just fine. Go ahead and let's screw this in. If I can get it aligned just right to start it. Like so. And make a giant mess. Perfect. Just what we needed. There we go. And now we'll use this oily bit I just bought, and we're just going to go ahead and tighten it in. Okay, so we switched over to my torque wrench for 30 foot-pounds. I think that's what it is, but I should be fine. I torqued the last time I did a transfer case, I did the same thing, and everything turned out just fine. So we have my adapter piece. I don't know if you guys can quite see it, but my adapter 3/8 that was on the breaker bar here is now on the torque wrench, and then we got the 10mm Allen key bit. So let's go ahead and make sure it's nice and flush, bottomed out, and we're just gonna go ahead and start tightening. See if we can't get a click. Yep, there we go. 30 foot-pounds torqued, and thread sealer leaking everywhere. We're just gonna go ahead and wipe a lot of this off. Don't need all this excess really. Like so. Nice and cleaned up. There we go. And now we're gonna go in and get my little handy dandy pump and clean it up because it's full of gear oil from when we did the rear differential. Okay guys, so we got this all cleaned up. We used some degreaser and some brake clean, all kinds of other nice chemicals to get some of the old gear oil out. It should be good to use. There shouldn't be hardly any left in here. So we're going to go ahead and use this, and we're going to use some of this O'Reilly's high mileage automatic transmission fluid.